no problem. Okay, yeah, I can do this. Holy mackerel. That's not what's on here for announcements. So you sit here, I'll sit over here then. Okay, so we're not doing Tallit? And Laura doesn't have hers. Okay, easy. What time is it? I don't know the last one. Is it? You want me to start?
Yeah, because she's in the bathroom by the time she goes.
Oh, wait.
Wait till she goes.
Good Shabbos, everyone. Lori and Cheryl and I adopted myself into their family. So my sisters, we're all very pleased that you are here this evening to join us for Shabbat services. I'm going to ask if you folks can scoot in a little bit towards the center, and you'd scoot in a little bit towards the center. We're a small group. It would be nice if we were all close enough to actually feel that none of us is alone. Some announcements. Actually, Rabbi left me with a short ton of announcements. I'll try to make them super quick. Next Shabbat is Shir Shabbat Teacher Appreciation. If you know any teachers. Lori, do you know any teachers?
Not a one.
Not a one. Darn.
Actually, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's your husband? 5, 6. Wow. Anybody else a teacher that I don't know about?
Of course you do.
You do teach your brother.
So next week, Shabbat services begin at 6:15 as we honor our religious school teachers, and we'd love to have you all there. On Tuesday, we have a special guest at Temple. Sofer Rabbi Druin will be here on Tuesday to repair the Torah. Is this the follow-up from your mitzvah project, from your bar mitzvah? Wonderful. So we're going to get our Torahs all fixed. You're invited to watch him work. He'll be here from 5:15 to 6 o'clock in the evening. If you've never seen anybody actually work on a Torah scroll, it's kind of neat. This coming Tuesday.
What time?
5:15 until 6.
And
So,
I was going to say,
yeah.
that particular session is being sponsored in honor of our father, who would have been 100 years old. So it's in his memory.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, with
That's
all
not
the donations for Dell's bar mitzvah and for this, they were able to do everything. So it's really a mitzvah.
That really is. It's beautiful. One of the mitzvot in the Torah, okay, should we do it real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. How many mitzvot are in the Torah? I know a lot. Come on, give me a number.
There were blank.
Okay, you win. Close enough. 613. I guess we have one extra one now that you'll have to tell us about later. One of the mitzvot, which is usually the hardest one to keep, is the commandment to write a Torah. Most of us never have the opportunity to actually get our hands on a Torah. So if you have not ever written a Torah or been involved in the writing or the repair of a Torah, Tuesday evening would be a great way to kind of check that one off your mitzvah list. Is there such a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, mitzvah list. There we go. Taste of Judaism class is coming in May. Yes. May 11th, 18th, and 25th, come and learn everything you ever wanted to know about Judaism and were afraid to ask. Tuesday, May 2nd at 10:30, Jewish Nevada event features writer and editor Ruth Ellenson in honor of Faye Steinberg. This is the United Luncheon Women's event on Tuesday. It will be held at the Keep Memory Alive Center. If you're interested, contact Ariel Ventura at Jewish Nevada. Next Sunday, May 7th, there will be a big sale at the Sisterhood Gift Shop from 10:30 to 12:30. Everything's 20 to 50% off just in time for Mother's Day. Don't forget Mother's Day. Friday, May 12th, Shabbat services, special guest speaker, Rabbi Jessica Kirshner of the Religious Action Center on Reformed Judaism will be here. Services are at 7. And the CNT membership picnic is Sunday. Hey guys, come on in. Sunday, May 21 at Mountain View Park. It's the last day of religious school.
So don't bring your kids here.
Don't come here. Go to the park. Anything else? Poets of National Stature Reading presents David Lehman and Dylan, the Nobel and the Jewish American Songbook. I'm guessing that's about Bob Dylan? Maybe? Sounds like it. Sunday, May 21 from 3 to 4:30 at CNT, right here in this room, free and open to the public. That's it. Shabbat Shalom. Cell phones off, please. God will reach you through your prayers.
And just so you know, yes, my cell phone's on, but it's for words. So unless you want me to really mess up here, it's just an easy way to do it. So, all right. So we're going to just start with a nagoon. Yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da. If you have those words down, we're going to move on, okay? To yada da da da, yada da da da, yada da 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 da, yada da da da, yada da da da, yada da 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 da, yada da. Do we have somebody lighting the candles?
Yes, after.
Okay. Well, they do it in between.
They can do it during.
So who's doing it?
Who's doing it? I thought you were in charge.
We're going
of
to
that.
call up
Oh,
Shirley Kaufman
Yeah.
and Cindy Jensen for the mitzvah of kindling the Shabbat candles.
I thought somebody read the notes.
Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. May you have a peaceful day. Shabbat Shalom. May you have a restful day. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu Lahadlik ner shel Shabbat, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you.
Please turn to page 125.
Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished. Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat, abide together. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time, contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat, abide. We turn to page 138 for Lechadoti.
Please join us. We're here to pray with you, not to you.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor, Shamor vezachor bedibur echad, Hishmianu el cham yuchad, Adonai echad, Ushemo echad, L'shem el tiferet belitila. Lecha dodi, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
Please rise and face the back.
Bo'im shalom ateret bala, Gam besimcha uvetzala, Toch emuneh am segula, Bo'hi chala, Bo'hi chala. Lecha dodi, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
Please be seated and turn to page
42.
142.
Join us in Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon.
page 144 for the Kaddish. We have a future.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
okay.
no,
Not a
I'm
problem.
saying we have a future. Thank you for coming.
When there's no children
Yitkadal.
in it.
That's
What,
right. Yitkadal ve'yitkadal shemei rabba ve'amadi v'achirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Bagala bagala u'v'zman karib ve'imeru amen Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'ala me'al me'al maya yitbarach yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitrama ve'yitnaseh ve'yitadar ve'yitaleh ve'yitalal shemei d'kedusha brechu Le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata tushbechata ve'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imeru amen.
Please rise for the Baruch Hu.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated. You turn to page 149, the Ma'ariv Aravim.
Baruch atah Adonai HaMa'ariv Aravim. You can go ahead and read it.
All right, I'll do it now. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai HaMa'ariv Aravim.
Page 150, Ahavat Olam.
Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
Please rise.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Hukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shafeinu uv'kumeinu Nasiach bechukecha Benizman
ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Please be seated.
And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you're sitting in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorpost of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you will remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Please join us on page 157 as we read responsively. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot.
That wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there's a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness.
That there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together.
Mi hamoha va'elim Adonai, mi hamoha
Nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot o sefer Adonai. Lihamoha Nedar Bakodesh.
Beautiful.
We turn to page 161. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours.
Vesharu Bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorotam Berit olam, beini uvein bnei Yisrael. Oti leolam, ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz u'bayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash.
We rise for tefillah and turn to page 164.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Hasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Libnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magein, Baruch atah Adonai, Magein Abraham Be'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol, Atah Rab Le'Hoshia, Morid HaKal, Mechakel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol Be'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Ve'Rofer Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Mikamocha Ba'al Gevurot, U'Midom Elav, Melech Memit U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lecha chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom, V'chaylu la'asela,
Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. We take a few moments now for silent prayer. You may read the contents of your prayer book up through page 178, or speak the words that are in your own heart. Please be seated when you have finished.
Sim Shalom Tova Uvraha Sim Shalom Tova Uvraha Sim Shalom Tova Uvraha Sim Shalom Tova Uvraha Hein v'hesed Hein v'hesed v'rachamim Hein v'hesed Hein v'hesed v'rachamim v'rachamim Sim Shalom Tova Uvraha Sim Shalom Tova Uvraha
At this time, we call to mind those people in our circle who are ill, who are suffering, and the people who are taking such wonderful, loving care of them. If there is someone on your heart tonight whose name you would like to speak, please rise, say their name, as many names as you wish, and we will join together afterward in Refuah Shlema, a prayer of healing and strength. We all rise and join them together as we sing the words of Refuah Shlema.
God, send to them complete healing of the soul and healing of the body, And we say amen, and we're going to start with our yai lai lais that we did earlier. Yai lai hai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai. Adonai yishlach, yishlach lachem, refuah shlema. Adonai yishlach, yishlach lachem, refuah shlema. Refuat ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, ve'nomar amen. Refuat ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, ve'nomar amen. Adonai yishlach. Adonai yishlach, yishlach lachem, yishlach lachem, refuah shlema, refuah shlema. Adonai yishlach, yishlach lachem, refuah shlema.
Good Shabbos. So I don't know how diligently you all follow along with the Parshat HaShavua, the portions of the week. But let me tell you, this month, it's been a doozy. If you were at Pop-Up Shabbat last week, you heard about Aaron's two sons who were struck down unexpectedly by God's strange fire. Aaron devastated, as you would imagine, by this sudden loss. And Moses attempts unsuccessfully to comfort his grieving brother. Why would God take my children? Aaron wonders. Don't understand. Then this week, we read about a plague of leprosy that has affected the Israelite camp. Hundreds, thousands fall ill as the epidemic spreads. The camp leaders, including Moses himself, are at a loss about what to do. Unaware of medical science, they quarantine the victims in a leper colony in an attempt to isolate the infection, but they really don't know how to treat the sick. Moses and Aaron watch helplessly as their sister Miriam falls ill, presumably as a punishment for her unkind words about Moses' wife, Zipporah. In desperation, Moses prays, El na refanala, please God, heal her now. On one hand, these stories leave us shaking our heads. People in the ancient world were so clueless about illness and death. They believed illness was divine punishment. They sought to remedy it with prayer and incantation. We imagine plague doctors from the Middle Ages, their faces covered with bizarre white masks, visiting the victims of the Black Death and filling their homes with incense. The ill were often brought to the local church where they would be placed in front of the altar to receive blessings and hopefully to be healed. We hear stories of shamans and witch doctors who would dance around the ill and smear their bodies with magic potions in an effort to rid them of their demons. And we shake our heads. But are we really all that different? Now, yes, we have amazing medical technology, Every day, new scientific breakthroughs in medicine offer hope for those with serious illnesses. We watch as our favorite television programs are repeatedly interrupted with news of the latest wonder drug. Ask your doctor if Trujillo, warfarin, or Cialis is right for you. We watch in amazement as treatments miraculously heal our bodies. Dr. Now saves morbidly obese patients by rerouting their intestines. I know you watch him. Scientific research has finally developed a treatment for hepatitis C. Hadassah Hospital in Jerusalem recently unveiled computer technology that enables paraplegics to walk. But we also sit in shock and horror when we receive a diagnosis. Cancer? How did that happen? We lie awake at night trying in vain to comprehend the news that our child has a chronic illness. How did that happen? And we lean on each other for support when a sudden stroke or heart attack or car accident or earthquake unexpectedly steals our beloved. How did that happen? In our fear and uncertainty, we, like Moses and the plague doctors, we turn to our faith. Yes, we rely on modern medicine, but we also ask God for assistance. Elna Rafan Allah. Please, God, heal her now. Misha Berach, give strength to the caregivers, the family members. Imbue the surgical team with wisdom, insight, steady hands. And we search for answers. Why? Was it divine punishment? Probably not. There may have been a reason. Smoking, speeding, genetics, or not. Coincidence and dumb luck often interfere in our perfectly ordered world. So what do we take from this? We take comfort in the support of our family and friends. We join together in fear and sorrow. A few weeks ago, Rabbi shared the news during services that Tierney Torchin, the youngest daughter of Shabbaton member Brad Torchin, had been hospitalized with a rare life-threatening illness. As congregants, we sat in a circle, arms linked, and sang Misha Bera. We sang it for her family, her friends, her doctors, and for ourselves, suddenly so vulnerable and so helpless in the face of illness. So again, I ask, what do we take from this? Well, after nearly 4 weeks of hospitalization, much of it spent unaware of her surroundings, Tierney awoke. She learned about how close to death she had come, about how the medical team had saved her life, about how her extended circle of friends had rallied around her parents and her sisters with prayers and messages of love. And she posted this message on her Facebook page. This week, I almost died, but I didn't. I came to and realized that if I had died, there are so many people I wouldn't have been able to say goodbye to. So many friends who didn't know how to reach out, and so many people who wouldn't have been able to tell. Most of you would have found out I was sick and had died post-fact via Facebook. I want to emphasize to you that life is a big deal. Fights are small, and arguments don't matter. Make sure everyone you love knows you love them. Message people when you want to talk to them. No one will ever be offended by a message. And if you can't talk, make sure you have people who can talk for you. All of our friends, our existence, what we live for is connection and love and happiness. If you're thinking you want to talk to people, call them. If you miss someone, tell them. Bad things can happen at the drop of a hat. I almost died, and I had no way for you all to know. But I didn't, and I am so, so fortunate. I want you all to remember that you have love to send others. Just remember, life is fleeting. I'm lucky. I have a chance to tell you all that I love you and I'm grateful. I want you to remember and to please spread love and remember that you are loved as well. Shabbat Shalom. By the way, she was discharged from the hospital this afternoon. We join appropriately enough for Let There Be Love.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkifenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkifenu, Leshalom. V'ha'amidenu, Shomreinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu, Sukkot shlomecha. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shkivenu, l'shalom. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, l'shalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm.
We turn to page 586 and rise for the Elenu.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula lezer breshit, shelo asanu kikoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishbechot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, vanachnu korim, Umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. So at this time, we remember those who have passed in the recent days. Geraldine Jerry Linker, Dominica Gallo, Lois Krashen, Reuben Goldstein, Lois Weissman, Stanley J. Parnass, Alan Nathanson, Berta Kropp, Louise Silver Robbins. And we also remember those who have passed in years ago in the season. We think of Irving Adler, Rose Aronson, Rebecca Ball, Louis Braun, Claire Brotman, Lillian Belofsky, Irving Cohen, Rhoda Drizzen, Lillian Eisner, Joseph Esben, Jean Gallard, Jose Gonzalez, David Gordon, Margaret Gottlieb, Dr. Jack Hirsch, Faye Hollander, Samuel Kaplan, Solomon Kofsky, Jack Liebling, Hyman Margolis, Marty Mells, Arnold Miller, Bessie Miller, Betty Miller, Julia Small, Jean Myers, Hermione Nash, Dora Nathanson, David Nyman, Sophie Pizetsky, Mordechai Pism, Frank Portner, Lloyd Raymond, Natalie Shaw, Lee Berger Schlepsky, Alan Tobman, Joseph Unger, Harold Ween, Ida Weinberg, and Lois Weinberg. If there's somebody in your circle of family and friends whose name was not mentioned this evening and you'd like to recall them now for the Mourners College, please rise and say their name as my eyes meet yours. We turn to page 598 and rise as a community to say Kaddish together for our loved ones and for those who don't have anybody to say Kaddish for them.
Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Ve'alma divrach yiratei ve'amlech malchutei V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beis Yisrael V'agala v'zman kari ve'imru amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam l'mei omaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei Kedusha b'rechu Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tuj b'chata v'nechemata, damiran be'ama v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Please be seated.
Just a real quick thought that I wanted to share with you. We were at Pop-Up Shabbat last week. Noah Aronson, who was our guest host for services, shared a little wordplay that stuck with me. One of the songs that we sing at the very beginning of Shabbat services, Shalom Aleichem, welcomes the angels. In Hebrew, angel is malach. And one of the things that Noah made a comment about was how for a lot of us modern Jews, we have a hard time with the concept of angels, the malach that are out there, babies and wings and harps and Valentine's Day and all that stuff. And instead he pointed out that if you take the word malach, which means angel, and you break it in half, you get ma-lach, which means, what's going on? How are you? Sometimes the angel in our world is the person who calls us and says, hey, malach, how you doing? The person who sees us looking a little bit down and says, hey, you okay? Think about the person who was your malach this week, the person who was there just when you really needed somebody to say, hey, are you okay? And maybe you were someone's malach this week. Maybe you saw someone looking a little bit down in the mouth and said, hey, malach, what's going on? Life's a whole lot better when we hold hands and walk together. Del, who are the winners that get to come up for Kiddush and Motzi?
We have some new friends friends here this evening who are the first timers here. I'd like to invite them up to join us in the Lvcnt Kiddies. And anybody else that would like to come up. Anybody celebrating a birthday, anniversary?
All the kids, of course. So where are you from?
I'm from here in Las Vegas.
From here in Las Vegas. And
Originally from California.
And what are your names?
Dana.
Dana.
And Elliot.
Elliot.
Dana and Elliot, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
My birthday's in 8 months, but my half birthday.
Okay.
Oh, well, if you're gonna have a half birthday, we'll sing half a birthday song. Happy to, happy to.
Happy
All right. Hand that to Cheryl. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim. Oh, that's what I needed. Whoops.
You just pour the wine all over the bread, that's good.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
B'tevon. Is there an onik? Is there an onik?
There'll be some cookies out there.
Okay.
something.
Huh?
So, my family made some,
Hold on a second,
Bars.
we have an announcement. Here, darling, make your announcement.
Okay, so my parents and me made some crispy, gooey, crunchy bars that are added to the oneg, and they are nut free.
Crispy,
They are
crunchy
not
bars.
free? Too bad we can't handle money on Shabbat.
So before we do our closing, we want to make sure to thank our Bema guest, Dell, this evening, and of course the wonderful music with Ricky. Thank you so much for adding. And I have to tell you, he's such a trooper. We come in just a little bit before services, and thank you for helping us shine. Thank you so much.
When we changed the music on you last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We changed
And
the
thank
music
you
on
to-
us last minute.
To Shirley and Cindy for lighting the Shabbos candles, and thank you all for being here. Like 10 minutes before services, we were counting for a minion. So thank you so much. And to my sister Lori and my other sister Pam, thank you for letting us lead you in worship this evening. Our closing is the Tefillah Hadera. So if you know it, please join in.
May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. Amen. Amen.
as you go on your way, please remember Pam's beautiful Devar Torah and the special words that Charity shared with us, how important it is to share love with our families and our friends. And we share all of our love with you tonight. Shabbat,
Shabbat
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.